I'm getting started right now with my Chunky Chicken Chowder. I've got 4 chicken thighs that I'm breaking down, but not too much because I still want to leave some of the meat on the bone. It's going to add to the juiciness and the flavor. All right, right into my heavy pan here, just some canola or vegetable oil. And then what I'm going to do is get my chicken pieces in so they can sear down. Get this and get it right in. Push it in away from myself. Less burns. All right, so that's gonna go ahead and get nice and golden brown and sear, get some of the flavor out of the chicken. Just gonna go ahead and twine up my thyme. The reason why I twine it up is it makes it a lot easier for you to kind of go in and fish it out later, because I don't want the stalk, I just want those leaves. Lots of flavor in there. Just wrap it a couple of times. I'll get a couple of bay leaves. I'm gonna pull these out as well. All right. Let's see if we can pull this chicken out. Remember, I'm not trying to cook it. It's gonna go back in after I add some veggies, sweat them down a bit. I'm gonna add some broth in this in a minute. I need a little bit more oil before I add in my onions so they don't completely sear. Just wanna sweat them down. So I'm gonna get the onions in here along with my bay leaf and my garlic. We've got the bone of the chicken thigh. Flavor again, and then of course gonna throw in some butter, and that's gonna just add a whole nother layer of flavor. Inside here, remember I twined up the thyme, and I've got my bay leaves in here as well. Just let this melt down a little bit and get my chicken right back into the pot. But I gotta tell you, this is some good stuff. You're sending someone off to work on a cold day, put it in their mug, and they are good to go. Kids will fight over this in the lunchroom, trust me. All right into my pan here, my chicken bits and my bone. Just gonna go ahead and add my chicken stock to the program here and bring it up to a boil. 4 cups of chicken stock. You can do low sodium. Just give a taste kind of midway through and see if you need to add any salt to kind of bring it up to the level that it should be. All right, chicken stock is in. I'm gonna turn this up, get it nice and boiling, and then I'm gonna add some more love to it in a minute. This is giant white corn. This is how you might find it labeled in the grocery store, or choclo, C-H-O-C-L-O. Big, plump, juicy kernels of corn. Get right into my Chunky Chicken Chowder, straight out of the freezer, about 8 ounces or so, and that'll do the trick for you. Just kind of move this around in here. Always gonna have some potatoes in chowder, and that's a good thing because it's great for a thickening agent, and it's just really hearty, especially if you're trying to get that yummy feeling as you're diving into your comfort meal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel these up and get them into bite-sized chunks. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the thyme. And the cool thing, it already tastes like chicken. And remember the bay leaf we put in there as well for flavor. Remember, we twined up the thyme so it's easy to get to. You don't have to kind of fish it out, like I said, and look for all the stems. All right, now the part of the chowder I love, putting in a little bit of fat. I've got my whole milk right here. I'm gonna put some in. I like to kind of eyeball it. And then to that, I'm gonna add some of my heavy cream. A lot of things I'm gonna do to this to make it nice and thick, like a chowder should be. Let me tell you, 4 chicken thighs go a long way. You've got 4 people eating this chowder with you. Make sure each of them gets a nice big old piece of the bone.